Why, hello there, everyone. Here I am, Jason, the Intuitive Restore, pulling your cards for the week collectively for the 24th of March to the 31st. All right. So, the past couple days I've been away. The reason why I have not been posting. However, this past weekend has been fantastic. It's been a kind of situation where we have seen our strength. We've seen our strength, we've been standing up for ourselves, we've been in our power. And I feel as if it all came from maybe like some kind of conflict that has happened within like really like the past maybe like 2 weeks, a month, whatever. Know that ultimately it was that little like twinge of annoyance that flipped a switch in regards to seeing how powerful we are, how we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I feel as if we're walking out of this past week knowing how powerful we are and knowing that we have all the control in the world to ultimately make our lives what we need to make it. And that means a positive outlook, a positive frame, ultimate, just like life worth living, no regrets, right? So for this week, the first card is Strength. The second card is the Lovers, and then it's the Eight of Swords. What this here is saying, we are ultimately choosing this week love. We're choosing to ultimately get ourselves out of a situation that we've been stuck in for a little bit. I feel like maybe it's almost kind of been like a frame of mind, and we're using our strength to do so. I feel as if last week was practice for what this week has to come. The Eight of Swords is ultimately, like self-infliction, like thinking the same thing over and over and over again, knowing you're thinking the same thing over and over and over again, not deciding to make any change. You know what I mean? I feel as if when it comes down to it, the Eight of Swords, we have the power to turn our backs on. I feel as if we are, because with the Lovers is the card of choices. Choices in regards to love, choices in regards to self love, all right? And I feel as if this week we're using all the strength with that strength card, all the strength in the world to rise above and choose us. To rise above and not choose the drama, not choose the pessimism, not choose the things that people say. We're choosing what the things we say to ourselves. All right, we're allowing ourselves to be the author of our own book. You know what I mean? And this week is going to be a very, very beautiful week because I feel as if ultimately with the strength card is the card of Leo. Leo's our ultimate fire energy, little egotistical. However, ultimately they're very passionate about what they need to do. They go for it, they go full force, and they ultimately do not let anyone get in their way. And it's the kind of situation, I mean, that's just who we've become with the Hierophant, with the Six of Pentacles, and with the Knight of Pentacles. That right there is saying ultimately with the Hierophant is the channel between him and spirit, him and his higher self. The Hierophant is all structure, it's all traditions. You are the king and it's your kingdom and you have your own ways and no one's going to infiltrate those ways. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Hierophant's a little strong-headed, so I feel as if we're walking into this week with like just like maybe a little high up on our horse, which is completely fine because when it comes down to it, we've worked hard for that high horse. You know what I mean? But Spirit is ultimately saying, don't be so set in your ways this week, guys, because with the Six of Pentacles is the universe giving you the things you've been waiting for. All right, it's like a two-way abundance. All right, you've said those affirmations, you put that energy out there, things are coming back this week. Okay, no, ultimately the universe is going to be giving us something. Pentacles is like money, money, finances, self-value, no, whatever the case may be. There is going to be an opportunity this week that is ultimately going to bring on some kind of prosperity. You just gotta allow it to happen. All right, things come in mysterious ways. I'm just gonna say that. With the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that takes action based upon his own value. You know what I mean? Not the fastest moving knight of the deck, but the Knight of Pentacles knows his value, knows that he is a magnet of attraction. The energy he puts out is the energy that comes back, The self-value energy that he sends forward has prosperous things coming forward. You know what I mean? It's a kind of situation by allowing yourself to be your own king of the castle, and by allowing yourself to choose to rise above the self-infliction with love and strength, guys, it's opening up these new beginnings. It's opening up these new chapters this week, all right? With the Ten of Wands, with the Queen of Swords, and with the World, that they're saying ultimately a journey that has been a little tough is coming to an ending. The Ten of Wands is like pretty much like this guy. He has 10 wands on his back, 10 sticks, and he's climbing uphill. All right, he's going. He's going for that fucking finish line. He's in pain, but guess what? He's going for it. And it's because of the determination, and it's because of us living so deep in our truths that we're going to be able to cross this finish line. You know what I mean? It's like almost kind of like what, like David and Goliath. You know what I mean? David ended up winning. No matter how crazy big Goliath was, it's a kind of situation he still won. You know, because almost kind of like what, like the tortoise and the hare. You know, the hare was taking a sweet, slow time. You're like, oh, he's not going to get there. And then all of a sudden, the turtle crosses the finish line. It's like, what the fuck? I could have got there first. You know, I feel as if ultimately, when it comes down to it, that's what has been happening. We have been putting the things that we never thought were possible, and we're making them possible. You know, by taking on this energy that the Ten of Wands holds, and that's determination to get shit done. You know, doing what needs to be done to cross that finish line. You know, it's with that mentality that the Queen of Swords comes forward with, just utmost truth. You know, crossing this finish line with the Queen of Swords. I mean, she's a badass queen. You know, she gives birth to these new ideas based upon the truth, being true to who they are, being true to who she is, you know, being true to the things that go through her mind, you know, like it's her decision to think that way or think the other way, you know. The Queen of Swords is a beautiful card because when it comes down to it, she's the Queen of Aquarius, and Aquarius is we're rebels, we rise above social norms, you know what I mean? And I feel as if with the Queen of Swords, you're rising above what was once you and your old quality way of life, and you're rising above to a new phase because the world is there. And the world is the card of endings. It's an ending. We're going through an ending this week, guys. I feel as if we're crossing a finish line. We're crossing a finish line. We are regenerating to ultimately bring us across to a new path that is going to bring us to even a more beautiful, deeper understanding of who we are. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune, that's destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny. It is destiny. With the Seven of Pentacles and with the Knight of Swords, that they're saying ultimately there is growth. All right, there is growth with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords is the knight that goes charging towards that negative thinking, going towards that conflict, and he slices and dices his way through it. He's the fastest moving knight of the deck, the Knight of Swords. All right, all the overthinking, all of the naysaying, whatever. Like ultimately, the Knight of Swords is like, I ain't got time for it, and he takes his sword and slash, slash, slash. He goes. He's victorious. You know, he's victorious because he has grown, knowing exactly his value. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He has grown that self-value to ultimately have that kind of perspective that the Knight of Swords has. You know what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune is that destiny, that needle and thread, destiny, you know, destiny is calling, being on your path, being on the path that you're meant to be on in regards to your destiny. Also, the Wheel of Fortune, it's like almost kind of like what? Like, I mean, like fortune. So you could expect good news to come forward this week too, all right? I'm telling you, I feel as if like with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, so there's two knights. Both of these knights are ultimate movement. You know, we're moving forward when it comes to our thoughts and when it comes to our value. Just to know, ultimately, when it comes down to it, with this growth, there's a lot of new things coming forward, all right? With the Ace of Wands, with the Hermit, blah, and the Page of Swords, that they're saying ultimately there is a new beginning of a new beginning of intuition, a new beginning of fire energy. The Ace of Wands is drive, it's passion to ultimately rise above and to get shit done. You know, the Ace of Wands is a new beginning of, you know, intuition. So ultimately your intuition could be going out in flames today. Yeah, starting today. Throughout this week, listen to your intuition, because I feel as the spirit is saying ultimately with this hermit, with this hermit here, which is a beautiful hermit, by the way. Isn't that gorgeous? The Ace of Wands is giving that energy to find that new perspective that the Hermit gives. All right, it's a new perspective that we're bringing in. A new perspective that we're bringing in. The Page of Swords is all brand new ideas. All right, with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, that's a new beginning of activity. Activity, intuitive activity. So know when it comes down to it, this week is going to be a fantastic week. All right, it really will be. Just bringing that new perspective and choose yourself. That's all I can say. Choose yourself. Choose you, knowing that you are strong and knowing that you are bringing in so many new opportunities full of nothing but love, full of nothing but prosperity, and full of nothing but truth. You know, and that's all you can hope for, right? At the bottom of the deck, there's that Page of Wands. Brand new activity. So there we go. My name is Jason, the Intuitive Restorer. If you feel connected to the things I have said, please subscribe. Subscribe, like, comment, share. All right, also know that I do private readings as well. So if you're looking for a message, I'm definitely here to help. And my friend Jennifer runs her own page called Abundance Amplified Tarot. She does shorts daily, so definitely check her out as well. All right, I hope all you guys have a great week, and I'll be speaking to every one of you later. Bye.